last night, God told me you have to die. No, not like in the spirit of a mad 13-year-old from back in the day in a Modern Warfare 2 game party, but in a different way that I have never experienced, and I want to share that with you guys. I was watching the newest music video from Childish Gambino, right? And it's this creative kind of horror-inspired one that was honestly a pretty great video. But that's when I started to get this familiar feeling that I have felt before. Visions of me being a director of something like this, making my own music videos, which would then hopefully lead to Hollywood picking me up to be a director. Then from there, I can do what Donald Glover did and intertwine all my music, making that I also do into this one big creative project that I would get to put my name on everywhere, directed by Andrew W., produced by Andrew W., main character Andrew W., everything me. See, what you don't know is I've been living like this my entire life. As I have grown up watching similar people like this, Kanye, Tyler Creator, many others, it has led to me trying to emulate them. I mean, I once was a music producer, then got bored because it took too long, then tried to make commentary YouTube videos, then tried to make movies. Whatever the algorithm was feeding me, I was consuming. I found identity in being this creative guy with all these visions of what I was going to be, and 25 years of life later, here I am with no progress in any of it. I'm saying this because God telling me this last night has pretty much broken down everything about who I thought I was, and has left me with the realization that the enemy could be selling you the wrong vision of who you were really supposed to be. You might be saved now by the grace of God, but still carrying your worldly desires with you when you were a child or before you were saved. And I'm telling you, you might have to die too. The Bible says, "For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the world and lose his own soul?" Mark 8:34. Don't lose your soul for some cheap things where with time it's all going to rot away. Store up your treasures in heaven. And what treasures could I possibly be talking about? Souls. That is the only treasure you can store up in heaven. And that is what we are called to do, our great purpose. Go out and make disciples. You might have these visions, but oh, if I only had enough money, if only my family life was okay. But listen, if at the core glorifying God is not the sole intention behind everything you do, then it's not from God. And you have to evaluate what you always thought you wanted to become, and if that actually really aligns with God's purpose for you. And if you find that it doesn't, you have to put it to bed, take up your cross to what you're really supposed to be doing. That's going to take prayer, fellowship, getting things wrong. But in the end, there comes a peace knowing you're really in God's calling for you. So yes, God did tell me to die. Die to the worldly desires, and you should too. You're not him. Glorifying yourself will only lead to an empty road that we've already seen so many others hit a dead end at. And if you don't want to be alone in this process, feel free to join my free community down below in the description, where we're forging a new generation of men that will change the world by truly living up to God's call for our lives. Hit the school link below if you want that. Also, if you want to book a call with me just to talk about situations you're having and coming up with godly solutions for it, that's down below too. I would love to talk to you guys and see what you're actually going through. So with that, God bless, and I'll see you guys soon.